Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Mindset with another video. Hope you are enjoying. Like and subscribe for more video. Thank you. The world often tries to write your story before you even open your eyes. People's expectations, responsibilities, and noise fill the space where your own voice should be. But there comes a moment when you realize that you've been living on autopilot, reacting instead of choosing. That moment is your awakening. That moment is where your story truly begins. You don't need an audience to validate your existence. You don't need permission to step forward. The quiet beginning of every main character starts with a simple decision. Today, I will live with intention. The bed you sit on becomes your first stage, the morning light your first spotlight. Everything changes the moment you decide you are worth showing up for. As you take that first deep breath, you shift from surviving into participating. This is not just another day you get through. This is a day you step into the role you were meant to lead. The moment you rise, your storyline begins to rise with you. Most people blend into the crowd, hiding their dreams under layers of responsibility and fear. They move fast but feel empty, busy yet directionless. When you've spent years in the background, you start believing that's all you're meant to be. But the truth is, you were never designed to disappear behind the world's noise. The moment you see yourself as more than just another face in the crowd, everything shifts. You start noticing the difference between motion and progress. You begin to recognize that you have a voice, and that voice deserves to be heard. The world no longer controls your pace. You do. Being the main character doesn't mean being louder than everyone else. It means being more aware of yourself. It means moving with intention, walking with clarity, and standing firm when everything around you rushes by. It means refusing to fade. The mirror never lies. It shows you not who you pretend to be, but who you truly are, your doubts, your fatigue, your strength, your potential. For years, you may have avoided this reflection because you weren't proud of the person staring back. But the moment you choose to look, really look, is the moment transformation begins. You can't change a story you refuse to acknowledge. You can't become the main character if you won't confront the parts of yourself you keep hidden. The reflection is not your enemy, it's your roadmap. It shows where you've been, and more importantly, where you need to go. The person in the mirror is waiting for you to show up, to forgive them, to push them, to lead them. Because before you can become the main character of your life, you must first become the main character of your own heart. Everyone has chapters they're ashamed of, mistakes, heartbreaks, failures that still echo in the back of their minds. But becoming the main character doesn't require a perfect past. It requires the courage to rewrite its meaning. The events may remain the same, but the interpretation is yours to reclaim. Your past doesn't define you. It equips you. Every setback was training. Every disappointment sharpened you. Every heartbreak grew roots beneath your resilience. You are not the person those old pages describe. You are the person who survived them. Rewrite your narrative with honesty, not judgment. With compassion, not shame. With strength, not regret. Your story didn't break you. It built you into someone who is finally ready to lead their own life. A main character isn't created by big moments. They are built through small, intentional habits. The world sees the success, but they don't see the mornings you didn't want to get up, yet you did. They don't see the discipline, the repetition, the consistency that makes you unstoppable. You don't need motivation every day. You need commitment. You need discipline that works even when your feelings don't. The life you want is not built in leaps. It's built in steps. And every step is a declaration. I choose myself today. Habits are the armor of main characters. They are the structure that holds your future together when your emotions try to pull you back into the past. Keep showing up. Keep moving. Keep becoming. Not everyone deserves a role in your story. Some people belong in earlier chapters, and keeping them around only slows down your plot. You cannot rise while surrounded by energy that drags you backwards. You cannot grow while feeding connections that drain you. Cutting people off doesn't make you cold. It makes you wise. It makes you aware of your worth. Growth demands space, and toxic relationships suffocate the very oxygen your development needs. The main character doesn't cling. They choose. Your circle affects your direction. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, support you, and help you grow. Anyone who doesn't belong in your future has already completed their role in your story. Growth is never comfortable. Becoming the main character requires stepping into challenge, into discomfort, into effort that makes your old self tremble. The version of you who stayed small avoided pain, but the version stepping into greatness embraces it. Pain is not punishment, it's progress. Every hard thing you do becomes a brick in the foundation of your new identity. Discipline builds character. Effort builds confidence. Struggle builds strength. You don't rise by avoiding discomfort. You rise by mastering it. You rise by choosing the hard path, knowing it leads to the version of yourself you've always wanted to become. Main characters don't say yes to everything. They protect their time, their energy, their dreams. Every no becomes a boundary. Every boundary becomes freedom. You cannot build a meaningful life if you spend it pleasing people who contribute nothing to your future. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you intentional. It makes you deliberate. It means you understand the value of your time and refuse to waste it on things that don't align with your growth. Every time you choose yourself, your story becomes clearer. Every time you say no to distractions, you say yes to your destiny. Purpose is not something you find, it's something you choose. It's a quiet commitment to something bigger than your fears. It's the realization that your life matters, your actions matter, your presence matters. When you choose your purpose, you step into a role that no one else can play. The world will try to distract you with comparison, with doubt, with noise. But the moment you silence all of that and ask yourself, what do I truly want? That moment is the beginning of your destiny. Purpose isn't discovered. It is claimed. Once you claim it, the world around you begins to shift. Opportunities align. People appear. Momentum builds. Because when you decide who you are, everything else follows. This is the moment where everything comes together. The habits, the discipline, the boundaries, the growth. You are no longer hiding in your own life. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You are no longer waiting for permission to exist. You are the main character. You lead. You choose. You move. You rise. The world doesn't define your worth. The story you write does. And now you're writing it boldly, courageously, intentionally. Step into the light. Step into your role. Step into the version of yourself you were always meant to become. Your story is waiting, and it's time for you to take the lead.